retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. For teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go. It's week 11. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off play action. It's Fields. Rolling out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Looking to his back to start this one. So back to the huddle now for 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Don't jump. Right. Hey, kid. Out, let's go. Go.
3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. That's the line. He's going to run for it. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Shotgun hands out to Harvey. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. And dose of the hurry up here.
That's another Broncos first down.
From the red zone now. Buying some time right. Now he takes it, and he's able to get this down to the 13.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. They give up the middle to Harvey. And they find them after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future. Here we go.
Fields now on 3rd. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that first down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, it gives you a first down for the offense.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They go to him again. This is close, but it looks like they stopped him just short of the goal line. Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
No gain, maybe just a couple of inches on the run. That brings up 4th and goal.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they meet right at that line. And they didn't have to try and backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
Quick throw completed by May. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Right to the air with May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Third and long, they're going to throw. And the defender's there to knock this away, and that effort means it's fourth down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards.
At their own 20-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. He gets 16 yards on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play action now. It's Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Green 19, got that? Right.
Back now, pressure coming. Chased out to his right. He's keeping it. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. It's Harvey straight ahead. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down, give to Harvey. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Go.
It's a third down, give to Harvey. Again, his number is called, and the defense read it once more. Shutting him down. That brings up fourth down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for first and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
On play action, here's May. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Riley Moss there defensively.
Crazy. Crazy. Crazy.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one complete to Diggs. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
An 8-yard pickup. Brings up 4th down and 1.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
Shotgun snap to Fields. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. Running down the left side. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown.
Here we go, son.
Fields looking to throw this. It's caught for 2, and that's going to be an 8-0 lead. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route. When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for the 2-point conversion. When you get contributions like that and you kick off returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. You look pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Defenders there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Broncos are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Offense up to the line fast.
You got it.
Looking to throw Fields. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Third down, they need 7.
Hey, Karen. 222. Stay high.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. So not just the yardage, Brock, but the illegal forward pass also cost them the down. It's 2nd and long.
Madden. Chip slant. Go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Forced out to his right. Throwing to the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
The Broncos.
They want to run it across. And he gets in. They push out the lead to 16-0. Well, they really had this defense on its heels, Brock. Still the opening half, but a couple of touchdowns now, and a perfect 2 for 2 on 2-point tries.
Yeah, this defense, they're picking up the scraps. They're not doing anything well. This offense, though, they sure are. Scoring touchdowns and then 2-point conversions to top it off. You know, part of the reason you don't see this a lot, Kate, is you only have so many 2-point plays in the arsenal, and they're using them here very early.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long. They'll air it out on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Wow, tremendous punt here. This one's looking great, angling towards the sideline. And this just gets past the 20 before going out.
At their own 18-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Fields out of the gun. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
Such a big part of that breakup, Kate, or any breakup as a corner, is your positioning relative to the target, and really the timing of it all. You can be in the right spot, but if you don't time it, that ball is still caught at this league. That corner played that one nearly perfectly.
2nd and 10 now. Fields taking a deep shot here. He intercepts the pass. Picked out by Marte Mapu. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Here's May. Diving, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down throw for May. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
May trying again here on 2nd. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. May now on 3rd down. Oh no, they get him yet again. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the Broncos make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked on a guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And the Broncos first down.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
Green 19, got that. Tonight.
Fields on first down. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera play. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
EQ.
Second down and 10. Fields. The throw finds Evan Ingram. This play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's going to be first down Denver.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it'll be second down.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
Go. Out, let's go. No mas, no mas. Right.
Throwing here just before halftime. Cut near the goal line. And forget the field goal, Brock. They reach the end zone to end this first half on a high note. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Fields throwing once more. He has it, but he can't get in for 2. They keep him out, and that is how this first half will end.
Broncos 22, Patriots nothing.
Here's Lund set to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Patriots lining up. It's first and 10. Handoff headed left. Henderson. That's good room at the 35. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They're going to move the chains after a big play. 39 yards. Down inside the 40 now with the first down following that last play. Operating from the gun. Here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got it in the red zone. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end, and they give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
Trying to run it in. It's Henderson. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. From the gun, it's May. He's got it. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just choke the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. 222.
Giving this to Harvey. Looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, son. Okay, blue 58, blue 58. 11. Alpha.
Field throwing here. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marte Mapu. And he's going to score. It's a pick 6 for New England. He missed the linebacker lurking, or he thought he could challenge him there and win. A 6-point mistake, Brock, either way.
You know, Kate, that you use that word as a verb. In quarterbacks, when we look at coverages, we use it as a noun. He's a lurker. You said he was lurking, and he was. And if you're not aware of that lurker, that free defender who's got eyes on you, they can make you pay just as he did.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Fields coming back after the pick. Who finds his back? Harvey. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down.
On the draw, again to Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
He rolls to his right. Now here he goes. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Hey, 551. 19 instruction. Alpha.
Fields on 3rd. Flush up, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Henderson. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Or really create some indecision now defensively.
And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Danger, danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
All set to go now from the 35. They go play action. Here's May. Short pass and caught by his tight end. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a New England first down. Here's May to the air. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. This is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They give now to Henderson. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Patriots with possession. They need to erase that deficit in a hurry. Offense to the line. Second down. May now from the gun. On the move, headed right. He dropped it. He dropped the interception. That was a risky throw and a check down of all things. Nearly went the other way, but only an incompletion on second down. Well, at this point, Brock, the surprise isn't that he nearly threw another interception, right? It's that these guys actually let him off the hook defensively this time by dropping it.
Kate, they let him off the hook. Let him off the hook. And the stat sheet might forget that near interception, but the coaches won't. That's called a turnover-worthy play, and there's been way too many of them.
Now May on third and long. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Big moment here for Andres Borregales. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. The kick is off the mark. No good. And the deficit remains unchanged here in the fourth.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Get to Harvey here from the pistol. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. First down play, that's a 5. It's going to be second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Here we go. We're good.
Staying on the ground here with Harvey. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the first.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Here we go, third and less than a yard. Harvey once more. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
319, go.
First down, and they go right back to him. 3 inside the 30. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for Broncos first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Offense is set. First and 10. They give up the middle to Harvey. He'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6.
Here we go, Ty. 319, get that. Sit high.
Handoff headed right. It's Harvey. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. They'll need more of those as they trail by a score.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Here we go.
Fields gets it out right quick. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on four.
Hey, kid, green 19, get that.
Back to throw it. Hit it out right. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
To the air on first down, May. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. It's Henderson on the give. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
He'll throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Patriots, 8 points behind. Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Come on with me. 5. Crazy.
Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Well, there was no way that defense was going to pass up on that opportunity. I dare to say that was the most energetic and frenzied we've seen them all game. I don't think they could believe the offense would go for it that deep in their own territory.
Harvey has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Go.
They'll go to him again. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so set.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Christian Gonzalez has it. Well, they looked maybe a little unsure of the call, Brock, and that 2-point try unraveled out there.
Or maybe they were just surprised by the look this defense came out in. Either way, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once that ball snapped. Got to find some way to make that call work.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. To throw, here's May. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered Pete on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air. It's May. He gets this to Tyler Scott. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a New England 1st down. Henderson here from the gun. And you come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
May off the play fake. He brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
That's simply a difficult tightrope walk to stay in bounds on a catch that far downfield. What an effort. Just too difficult a play to make.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Desperation time here on 4th. Finds him over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. Here's May again. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. There he goes on the right side. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. You get a pick six. You get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six a multiple?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rob.
No highlight for a quarterback.
And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Now May coming off that pick. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ballgame.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup, you got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. You got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
This undoubtedly the final snap of a decided contest. Here he goes, one final shot. This is caught inside the 15. So to decide it, many mile-high salutes throughout the building. It's a win at home for the Broncos.